To help you with the transition, Madam Presiding Officer, the title of the speech is Share the Olympic Victory. Are you aware, Presiding Officer, ladies and gentlemen, that there is an Olympic warm weather training center in East Lake, Chula Vista, south of San Diego? And are you further aware that in August 2028, joining the 1932 and 1984 games, the Summer Olympics will return to the Los Angeles Basin. In this talk, I'll discuss those facts and make an A through D proposal to help promote and ride the coattails and literally hitch the wagon to the star to one of the license plates of those 2028 Summer Olympics. Two disclaimers. Roman numeral 1. Please note that I'm a paralegal non-attorney, and nothing in this talk or in these presentations is to be construed as financial, investment, political, legal, or tax advice. However, I'll make an exception this evening. I'm going to give some sports thoughts. Further, as part of this transition, I will inform you that I am not in any way, shape, or form suggesting the state of California attempt to run the 2028 Summer Olympics. That is a task of what I'm certain will be a very able 2028 Los Angeles Summer Olympics organized committee in the tradition of Peter V. Uberoth, who did a wonderful job with the 1984 games. With that as prologue, here is the proposal, A through D. A, the regular state of California license plate, which California license plates, as you may know, are red, white, and blue. Blue, red on a white background. Be a repeat of the 1984 vanity plate that helped promote those Olympics. It has super graphics, star, red and blue on a white background, and it said 1984 Los Angeles Summer Olympics. The artwork still exists, and you simply go 2028 Los Angeles Summer Olympics. B, that plate be continued as a vanity plate for the years 2033 and beyond to help raise money for a possible fourth Los Angeles Summer Olympics at some point in the future. C, there already exists a plate to help promote that warm weather Olympic Training Center, East Lake, south of Chula Vista in San Diego. It's called, the title of this talk, Share the Olympic Victory. It's a red, white, and blue stripe pattern. It says Share the Olympic Victory. Part of the proceeds of this fee, which I proposed to be $100 when I was running on cars 20, 25 years ago, is $50. It helps raise money for the Olympic Training Center to train athletes for all the future Summer Olympics. And D, to cause this whole thing to happen, there'll be things like brochures, pamphlets, posters, changes to the website, press release, press conferences, staff education, and the like. Let me handle the possible concerns that you might have, and let me then give a wider view, a strategic view, because the Olympics, I'm going to argue, are the most popular sporting event in the world today. Concerns. Romanet 1 and 2. Romanet 1, possible additional cost of license plates. And Romanet 2, the necessity for promotion, which I will address in the body of this talk. Number 1, the additional cost of the plates. Let's look at that. Unlike some states, the state of California is like Nevada. You play for the plate once, and then you keep it. The economy is good, and people are keeping their cars less, although it's, before the Great Recession, it was 6 or 7 years. During the Great Recession, it got to 9 years. Now it's gone back to 8. You pay for the plate once, and then you pay for those little tiny plastic stickers. Nevada uses 1, upper right-hand corner. California happens to use 2. They have the month and the year. That thing those stickers can't cost more than 25 or 50 cents. Therefore, they're an insignificant cost. The paint. If you're doing a job, the economy is good, you're buying quite a few cars and trucks. You better get a quantity discount on the plates and the paint. Also, the cost of the plates. Let's suppose the paint might cost a quarter, maybe 5 cents, 10 cents, 50 cents, quarter, 75 cents. Let's suppose it costs $1 whole. The state of California, the average license plate or average registration, because you pay for the plate once and after it's the stickers, has gone from $87 to $126 in the past 2 years. It's more than Nevada. On a vanity plate, it's either $50, $75, or $100 on top of that. $1 on a $126 registration is less than 1%. It's a rounding error. $1 on a $226 plate is lost in the noise factor. Therefore, I think the cost of the additional plates are insignificant, and even if it is slightly more, it's a small price to pay for what I'm going to call the most popular sporting event in the world today. Romanet 2, promotion. Yes, this thing will require promotion, and that's why it's part of the proposal. Through things like brochures, pamphlets, posters, changes to the website, staff education, press releases, and press conferences. Now let's look at the bigger picture, the broader picture. There are many popular sporting events in the world today. I could talk for hours about that. However, in the interest of time and out of respect for you, I will not. Let's take a look at two. A very popular event starts off in the Northern Hemisphere spring. It's called March Madness. It's the men's NCAA basketball tournament. It's a transition to the champion. It's middle of March to the first Monday in April, typically the championship game. That's one event. Another event is in the fall, the Fall Classic, the World Series, one of the more popular sporting events. That's all American professional baseball teams except for the one Canadian team, the Toronto Blue Jays. However, year in and year out, what are the most popular sporting events in the world? Yes. Yes, that's a very popular event. However, number 3 right now, the single most popular single event happens the first Sunday in February. The men's... no, that's the first day in February. There's actually the first Sunday in February, typically most years, is the men's NFL professional championship game. It's all teams located in the United States in the Super Bowl. That's the number 3 sporting event. Although the Ladies World Cup is increasing great in popularity, the number 2 sporting event is the FIFA World Cup. That's a quadrennial. That's every 4 years. That's men's professional soccer teams competing for various nations. However, year in and year out, the number 1 sporting event around the world are twinned. More popular even than the FIFA World Cup are the Winter Olympics, and even more popular than the Winter Olympics are the Summer Olympics. Therefore, it makes excellent sense for the state of California to ride the coattails of the most popular sporting event in the world today and hitch their wagon literally to the stars because that one license plate has a super graphic star pattern. In very pleasant review. I've made some transitions in this talk. I've given you 2 appropriate disclaimers. I'm a paralegal, not an attorney, and no advice is warranted except a little bit of sports advice. Number 2, I said in no way, shape, or form I have advocated the state of California attempt to run the 2028 Summer Olympics. That is the task of the very able 2028 Los Angeles Olympics Organizing Committee. I then discussed the A through D proposal. A, that super graphics star pattern be made the regular license plate of the state of California, red, white, and blue stars on a white background for the years 2020 through 2032. B, that pattern or that plate be continued as a vanity plate for the years 2033 and beyond, additional $100 over and above the already large $126 registration fee for people helping to promote money for a possible 4th Los Angeles Olympics. C, there already exists that vanity license plate to help promote that warm weather Olympic Training Center, East Lake, south of Chula Vista. That be continued. It's a red, white, and blue stripe pattern, and it says share the Olympic victory. D, that to cause this whole thing to happen, there be promotion of the event through changes to the website, press release, press conferences, staff education, and the like. I then took a longer strategic view. I gave you a few of the myriad sporting events. The Tour de France came to the audience. That's another very popular sporting event. And the other one right now, of course, is the running of the bulls in Pamplona. Apparently some NFL football player literally jumped a bull. Good if you make it, not good if you miss. You can get gored and injured rather severely. Anyhow, They start off with March Madness, the men's NCAA basketball tournament. Middle of March, championship, first Monday in April. Other event in the fall, of course, the Fall Classic, the October Classic, the World Series. All American professional baseball teams except for the one Canadian team, the Toronto Blue Jays, which won the title, I believe, in 1994. I then gave you the three most popular sporting events in order. The single most popular sporting event by itself in the whole world is the men's NFL Professional Football Championship, known as the Super Bowl, typically the first Monday in February of any particular year. Even more popular than that, although the Ladies World Cup was recently completed with the USA winning, great popularity, the men's quadrennial championship every 4 years is more popular. And then, the most popular sporting event in the entire world, year in and year out, are the Winter Olympics and then the Summer Olympics. Therefore, I believe it makes great sense for the state of California to literally ride the coattails of the most popular sporting event in the world and literally hitch their wagon to the stars through that super graphic star pattern, which is those red, white, and blue super graphic stars on that white background that says 2028 Los Angeles Olympics, a repeat of the 1984 Vanity Plate, and go with the most popular sporting event in the world today. I thank you for your attention to this matter, ladies and gentlemen, and I return control. Actually, I will handle my own question and answer session. Mr. Goodman, Mark Goodman.
Mr. Speaker, the state of California is in great turmoil at the moment. They banned plastic bags, plastic straws. Now you can't repair your car in your driveway or garage, and you'll be fined.
You can't do what in your...
You cannot repair your car to change out a battery or a windscreen wiper. Why do you think people want to go back to a state which is not over-friendly towards visitors? And why do you think the state which is in turmoil wants to spend on a license plate and they've got other great issues? It's notwithstanding.
Okay. I'm not advocating that anybody move to California. Let's get that straight. I left. Bob and I left it. Bob was smarter. He left earlier.
I left only before.
Yes. You moved from merry old England. The answer is, that's why I'm not proposing that the state of California have to run the Olympics. I'm simply suggesting, hey guys, you have these Olympics coming, you have this huge lead time. Because of the way this thing came down, because Paris and Los Angeles discovered they were both bidding for 2024. And Paris said, we have a centennial coming up. 2024 is the centennial of their last Olympics, 1924, and they had one back in 1900. And Los Angeles said, we'll take 2028 and close enough to 2032, which was they had 1932 was the first one. Very simply, I'm simply suggesting the state of California would be wise to do something to help promote themselves with something that's universally popular. That's my suggestion. I'm not attempting to address any issues of car repair, plastic bottles, or anything else. That is not part of this presentation. Tom.
Mr. Speaker, this is the same old tune you played last time.
Yes?
It's a never-ending issue. If the Olympics are so popular within the United States and the world, then why do the people of California have to suck the tit on this one and provide the money to keep this going? Why does California have to do that?
Okay. I'm not asking for funding for the Olympics. I expect... Okay. Under Peter V. Uberoth, they made a $250 surplus, since they're a nonprofit, they were surplus, which went to youth and children's and sports program all over the United States. Further, I'm suggesting if they do this right, they might actually make some money off the vanity plates. It's possible. More questions? Edgar.
Yeah, so one of your points brought a question of great morality here. Okay, you're talking about point B, Roman numeral 1. License plate has increased by over $1,500 or so. What's
No.
an extra 50 cents dollar here? Isn't that the same exact line of logic that actually made the plate cost so much more in the beginning? Why are you trying to add to that problem?
There's two issues there. There's the cost of production, which I was addressing, and what they charge for the plate. They will charge whatever doesn't drive the people into either the ocean or drive them over here to Nevada and Arizona. But people will vote to their feet, as the old saying goes. Oh, the answer is, I'm suggesting that they might want to make the state more attractive if they want to keep some people. Millions of people have left this world before. If you go after World War II, 7 million Germans left East Prussia to what is now Germany. Mass migrations do happen. A lot of people came, the 49ers came across in their Conestoga wagons, some of which were made by Studebaker, the Studebaker brothers. That's a whole other table itself. In any case, that's my answer to you.
Well, that's not really an answer, but...
Can we get one more question? I disagree. We have one more question.
You say that the Olympics are the #1 sport worldwide, but is anyone from California or the United States in the world knows Los Angeles people are a completely different breed. They are not representative of the world. Do you happen to know?
I resemble that remark.
Okay.
Now, the answer is very simply, the Olympics were wildly popular. There are many Olympians who come from the Los Angeles basin. Mark Spitz, Rafer Johnson, and Muhammad Ali trained in the area. He was with a gold medalist at the Olympic Games in Rome, 1960. And yes, they're well supported. I see my time is up. There's an Olympic Training Center in San Diego. I thank you for taking my time, and I return this meeting to your Toastmaster.